Okay, so I have the old Br420 out, so I just fixed it recently. Try to do the best I can. Looks like the carb is not really leaking anymore. I don't know if you can see that. Doesn't seem like the carb is not even leaking any more gas. So that's a good thing. Yeah, so we'll see how it starts. For the first time this year you've seen on this video, so well, I just ran it yesterday, so I'll just give you a cold start video of it. Let's see how it runs today. On Joe. Take it off, Joe. I had to adjust the carburetor yesterday on it, so. It does idle a little high. I kind of need to decrease the idle speed just a bit. So yeah, other than that, it doesn't run too bad. Not too bad, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, yeah, it's not really leaking anymore from the carb again, which is a very good thing. That's the main reason why I fixed it. So, I think what it had to be was I think the main cause of the leak was probably I had to adjust the medium level. Or I think it was if you see that little that screw right underneath that bottom cover on the car, that's the fuel pump cover. So I don't know if you can see that screw, but I tightened up the screw a little bit more, and I guess maybe that might have been the cause why it was leaking gas out of the fuel pump cover, or it probably was probably adjusting the medium lever on the carb, which might have been the issue, or might be an issue why it was leaking after I shut it off, or I don't know, but it could be either one of those two. So yeah, but other than that, nothing too bad. But I'm glad I fixed the leak on it, most likely, because I've been having that problem for the past 9-10 months-ish. I think I've had that happen for the past 9 months, maybe, or maybe it's 10, 11. I don't know exactly, but I think it was around that time. But yeah, but other than that, feeling's good. All right, I guess I might do. You know what? Actually, I have another cold stove for you. I think I'm gonna start my Hs45 hedger that I forgot to start on my startup video, which it's in there. So let me go get it out for you, and I'll go ahead and start it up. All right, so here's the Stihl Hs45 hedger from May of 2004 with a 27.2cc two-stroke, same motor as my Hs45R. Yeah, it hasn't ran since November 19th, I believe. It's the last time I ran it, so yeah, we'll see how it runs. So this year, I just put a whole little bit of gas in it. There we go. Thinking this is a, let me take this plate cover out. I think this is I think it's an 18-inch or a 24-inch. I can't exactly remember. I'll put it in the. I'll let you guys know how long the blade is right after this video. So anyway, I'll go ahead and start it up. So turn it on. Choke right here. Choke. Full choke down here and prime it. Oh, damn it. Leaks. Oh, it's my fuel grommet. It's the black line. My grommet is actually leaking. So yeah, that's why. And you can see there's kind of a serious fuel leak. I did replace that green fuel line, by the way, but that's not the problem. It's that black fuel line. The grommet, I think, is bad. So I think I might need to replace that. No big deal. Hoping it's the same part number. Anyway, I'll go ahead and start it up. I'll see if it actually starts. It's not climbing as much. Which, man, I thought this carburetor was good in this thing because I think it was replaced by someone. But I don't know. Alright, I'll see if it starts. There we go. Oh, there, it's priming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. took a little while because the carburetor wasn't priming enough gas. Kind of had to tilt it a little, but then it started leaking a bit, so I think but now it's working just fine. I thought there might be an issue with the wireframe gaskets again or something, but I don't think it isn't. So at least this is primed up and ready to go, except this fuel grommet I think needs to be replaced, since that's why it's leaking a bit. Yeah, yeah, then that's why. So I'm gonna dump the gas out of this again, because I don't really need it in here, because I'm doing edge trimming, so I don't really need this. So yeah, well, that was it. So that was cold start on my 2005 Br420 and my 2004 Hs45 hedge trimmer. Both good Stihls. So these are the two pieces of equipment that I got for free back in late October of 2021. And yeah, been pretty good, I'd say. And it's, just to be honest with you, I've only put about, like, I think I put about $22 into my Hs45. Well, this I put about like 200 into this. Yeah, even though it was free. And the same with this. But yeah. So it's pretty crazy, but you live and learn. That's what you do. So if I could have put if I could have just took good care of this 420 and just not put too much money into it, like say, like if I could have put maybe like only $60 into it instead of putting 200, it would have been way better. But no, it is what it is. So, and if I could have took very good care of this thing and not have to put a lot of money into it, like I said, then that would have been great. But let me tell you, this blower is still a classic blower. It's a classic, still is. For being its age, it just is a classic. So yeah, if you probably remembered my update video, I told you how much I put into this blower. Like the throttle housing clamp screw, that was $25. Recently I had to put a new air filter in it, a Stihl OEM branded filter, and plus a new pre-filter in it as well as a kit. Because my Sten's air filter that I got with the tune-up kit last year, that came with a new spark plug and a new fuel filter. That Sten's air filter was only like a year old, and it still had the leaking gas situation from the carb at that time. And the Sten's filter that was on this, right after I took it off just recently, the papers were messed up due to it had wet gas on it, due to the carb was leaking gas passed through here and onto the filter. So yeah, so I replaced that, seems to be doing good now. And then that time, the tune-up kit, other than the Sten's air filter, I put a new spark plug in it, a new fuel filter, a new fuel line, which I can't remember how much it was. I also had to put new fuel line grommets in it too. Also the fuel grommets. Well, the first one was an aftermarket one, didn't last long, so I put an OEM one, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. Yeah, also my original Wallblow HG28 carb that I did the rebuild kit on it, lasted fine, but didn't last as long, so that's why I bought the HG45 carb for it instead of just missing the old one. But the old one's actually still good, so let's use it as an extra. So yeah, so new carb, and it's the stock muffler was like 20 bucks. The tune-up kit that I got with the air filter and the spark plug and the fuel filter last year, that was 20 bucks as well. Fuel grommets, I think for 2 of them were like 10 or 12 bucks, I don't know. But also the gaskets between the carb to the airbots and the carb to the engine gaskets. I think that was like 10 or 15 bucks for 2 of them. I think, well, it might have been 10 bucks for each. And then the new Hs45 carburetor was like just about 80 bucks. So, yeah, so that's roughly around $200. Yeah, I could have put much less than that into it and just left it alone. But since I left it so much, I just really wanted to put money into it because I just love the old school looks, and I just love the way that the engine is bulletproof in this thing, and pretty good power out of it, and it also sounds great too. That's why I still love the sound on it. So and it's just nice and boxy. It's just a nice classic blower.